In 1948, the ship Windrush brought almost 500 passengers from the Caribbean to the UK. They came because they were citizens of the British Empire, and the mother country had called them to fill labour shortages, to be bus drivers, nurses, and to fill many other essential jobs. And people did not just come from the Caribbean, but from all over the British Empire. And how did we welcome them? No Irish, no blacks, no dogs. But I'm a UK Border Collie, woof! Anti-immigrant feeling grew, leading to Enoch Powell's notorious Rivers of Blood speech in 1968. In 1973, a new Immigration Act came into effect, preventing British overseas citizens from coming to the UK unless they had a work permit. However, children under 18 could still enter to join settled parents. All those already in the country on the 1st of January 1973 were automatically granted settlement, but no documents were given to evidence settlement and no record was taken of who was already here. Over time, immigration law changed. From 2010 onwards, a series of immigration acts were introduced, each increasing checks on immigration status in everyday life. Employers, lecturers, landlords and doctors all became de facto border control guards. In 2012, the then Home Secretary Theresa May told The Telegraph her aim was to create here in Britain a really hostile environment for illegal migration. At every consultation on the new laws, Praxis and other immigration specialists responded, stating that the new laws would increase discrimination against all migrants and impact even those here legally. We were ignored. We started seeing long-term UK residents destitute, unable to take up employment, claim benefits or get accommodation because they lacked documents to prove their status in the UK. We worked to help them get documents, but the process was difficult and expensive. In March 2018, a Guardian journalist published an article about a Praxis client known as Albert Thompson, who had been refused treatment for cancer unless he could pay over £50,000 up front. Albert had lived in the UK since 1973, when aged 16 he came to join his family. This story was the spark which ignited the issue in the media. Stories of terrible injustice and loss suffered by many people were exposed. Questions were asked in Parliament, and Amber Rudd resigned as Home Secretary. The government set up a specialist unit known as the Windrush Unit to try to remedy the problem. The unit aims to help anyone who settled in the UK before 1989 to obtain a biometric document simply and at no cost. Some people will also be able to gain British citizenship without paying an application fee. The Home Office has employed a consultant to review how the problems occurred and to help learn from what happened to prevent it happening again. A consultation on compensating those affected has also taken place, and a compensation scheme will be launched, though it is difficult to put a financial cost on the loss and anxiety suffered by many. The long-term impact is hard to foresee. Most hostile environment measures remain in place, though the government now prefers the term compliant environment. Praxis will continue to work on the front line, helping those most in need and advocating for real change.